Hi guys, welcome back to Project Rallycross part 4. Today we're going to be talking about the WRC rear end, which is been converted to full escort cosworth WRC components. As previously stated in the video before, the work was done by Gordon Vincent, so it's all set up for escort cosworth bits. So today we're going to be looking all over the rear end. It comprises of a rear tubular cradle, link arms which are fully adjustable, your uprights, your rear steering arms, your rear anti-roll bars, your drop links, your top mounts, your suspension, which obviously you can get many different types, all custom made, but I'll be running Bilsteins to start off with. So yeah, let's have a look around the rear cradle. So guys, this is the rear cradle. As you can see, that's the main framework of the cradle there. That's where your diff attaches to. Your tie arms attach to these multiple arms for different road settings. Your rear diff bolts to these as well, and to the bar at the front. Your pickup points here are tied into the roll cage. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. They all bolt to the roll cage, which literally drops through the bottom of the floor with threaded bosses. So you just bolt it up from the underside. Literally, you can drop the whole thing in 5 minutes. Probably less than that, to be fair. But so yeah, that's a bit of kit. I've had to make some modifications to it because my diff angle and drive shaft angle. So I've had to scallop these parts, which made not a bad job of them. You know, not pretty nice. Quite happy with them. I had to shorten these arms, so I've had to cut these off. Because MK Motorsport didn't do what I asked. They did it to the original Sierra pickup points and not to a WRC spec. So he's made a fuck up there, which is typical MK Motorsport. The bosses here I'm having machined to have some new bosses made. So I can drop them back in, tie them back into the arm, weld them in. And that just allows a bolt hole to go through basically, but just makes it all, you know, nice and straight. So it just literally bolts straight up. There your multiple link arms on both sides. So you've got multiple holes for different road settings, like I said, tarmac, gravel, and your adjustability. So yeah, that's a cradle. But at the front here, we've got the anti-roll bar link arms. That's full soft. And as you rotate that, that becomes full hard, because obviously that metal could bend, flex up and down. So that's a soft setting. When you have them set sideways like that, that's a full hard setting. So you can mount them anywhere between that setting and that setting. So you can define your adjustability. They're the drop links, which are again rose jointed on both ends. So they're fully adjustable. Just rotate them, a left hand and a right hand thread. So you just adjust it and they're both spread out. You've got your roll bar, your actual roll bar. You've got your bushers, which are nylon. You've got your aluminium mounts. And again, same on that side. We've got the rear steering arms. So as you can see, you've got your adjustability there. Your rose joints, which are on the end of that. So one bolts to that side, one bolts to that side. So that allows them to spread out. And then you've got your front bar, which is there, comes off that tie arm, and that ties to the underside. and goes straight to the arm. So that holds the steering arm nice and straight. And then again, these are fully two-way adjustable. As you can see, the rose joint on that side. Let's pull one out for you. So you've got the rose joint on that side, right hand, left hand thread. So all you do is turn that, and that either pulls the rose joints in or pushes the rose joints out. So it's all fully adjustable. So you could actually have, instead of it being parallel like that with both arms straight, what you could do is actually offset the rear wheel, which obviously I'm not a geo setup, so that's not really what I've learned or talked about with anyone, so I'll leave that to a specialist. But it's all to do with wheel scrub and your bump steer and stuff like that. So it's all going to be set up properly. Obviously you've got your rear upright, which is the same as the front. You've got your rear drive flange and your stub axles. Like I said, you've got one steering arm, two steering arm, your third link arm, should I say, sorry, not steering arm. Then you've got your Bilstein strut, which goes up to your top mount. And basically it's virtually exactly the same on the other side. So that allows all the adjustability you need. It's a pretty good setup. So now let's talk about a bit about the costs again. And people might understand, like all my mates say, well, how come you ain't finished that bloody car yet? But the fact of the matter is, it costs a lot of money. Like I say, I think it was roughly around about 5,000 quid for the front end. The rear end, so the rear cradle just by itself, you can buy them anywhere from 1,200 to £2,500. Again, I wouldn't buy off MK Motorsport ever. I would go to Dewitt's, Sean at Dewitt's. But I think he was around about 1,800 quid last time I contacted him for a WRC spec one. But yeah, so let's say 1,200. The 1,200 was from ATM Sport, and that was literally just the basic frame, and then you had to weld all the chassis plates and all these link arms brackets yourself. So it's quite a lot of work left to do. But for a complete one, you're talking around about 1,500 quid to 2,500 quid. Again, depending where you get it from. The link arms for a set of 6 of these with rose joints. Again, this is all MK Motorsport stuff. Unfortunately, they're wrong, so they're going to need cutting and extending. So, you know, again, I wouldn't use them. Either buy original or get someone who can custom make your stuff. But you're talking around about, I think it was 600 quid for the link arms, for the 6 link arms. And then you've got the rose joints. The rose joints, which are them. They can go anywhere from, I think they're M18 or M20. I think, no, 16 or 18. But they range from anywhere from about 15 quid each to up to 75 to £100 each. Obviously the WRC cars would use like Aurora bearings, which are the top, you know, the dog's bollocks. So that you're talking like mega bucks, because you've got 2, 4, 6 per side, so you've got 12. So if you're talking 100 quid a bearing, you've got £1,200 worth of bearings. So yeah, 600 quid for the rear link arms, a couple of hundred quid for the bearings. Then you've got your rear anti-roll bar. So for the roll bar, the drop links, the brackets, you're talking round about 800 quid. The drive flanges, which are these, and the stub axles, they are round about 1,500 quid for the pair. Your uprights, 900 quid a pair. with bearings. Your rear steering arms, I think they're around about 600 quid a pair. Your top mounts, which are them, they are anywhere from, again, £100 each. Of course, you haven't got to use the WRC ones, but they're copies, so I think they're 200 quid each, so 400 quid for them. So you could be talking like two for the cradle, let's say 2.6 plus the bearings, 2.8, 3.6 with the anti-roll bar, uprights, nearly 4.6, your steering arms, about £4.5 grand, and that's not including any bolts, any spacers, any hardware. So you've got all these bushes here, which obviously you've got to buy separately. Oh, sorry, yeah, you've got your studs as well, which are 160 odd quid a set. So yeah, there's plenty of money that, you know, that's been spent. But you get the gist of the cradle there. So it literally bolts up under the car. Like I said, everything's adjustable then. So you could have these set it. If you're doing a gravel event, you'd have that set on the top one to get more rebound and stuff in your suspension. So yeah, basically that's it. Bit of a quicker video today. Still a 10-minute, but yeah, just to show you like what's involved. Is unfortunately there's a lot of money and a lot of effort that goes into, number one, finding the parts, number two, collecting the parts, and obviously number three, you know, it's an expensive game, it's not cheap, but we're about there. I've got a lot of bits collected up, so yeah guys, that's it. So hopefully what I'm going to do now is stick a picture up so you can see it all mounted up. Not this one, I'll show you one on a proper WRC car, and so you can just get a gist of what it looks like. I'll put multiple photos up so you can see it from different angles and the setup. As I understand, you do get quite bad bumps there. It was not the best design. So what I'll be looking at doing maybe is getting some of these brackets laser cut and putting multiple holes in and having it welded onto there. So you can take it out, so it's like a shim, an adjustable shim. So you can put multiple things in for multiple settings. So where these holes are, these will all be increments of 2 or 3 mil difference. So I can fine tune it, but I'm not really sure at the minute. I've just got to basically get it on the car and get it all set up. Like I said, the link arms, they're going to be cut in half. So link arm here. It's only the 4, the front ones are okay. It's just, these are short. So what I've got to do is cut them in half, and then I'm going to get a sleeve made with a hexagonal part in the middle. So it's going to be like a hexagonal bar that's turned down to fit in here, TIG welded up, and then you can use the centre of that hexagonal with this big spanner to adjust it, because at the minute there's no real adjustability, and they do bind up, so they can be quite tight to do by hand. So you don't want to be using grips on it, scratching shit out of it. So yeah, we're going to have a hexagonal bar in the middle there. So that's going to allow me to extend them without extra cost. And also, it's going to give me that place where I can use my spanner on. So yeah guys, that's nearly it for this video. I'll just show you a few little things I've been doing on the car to catch up with. Of course, I said I wasn't going to work on it, but to be fair, I'm getting bored of just waiting around and family and stuff like that. So it's just took like a load of time to do the videos. I'm sorry, but as I said, they're going to be as and when I can do them. They're not going to be blasting out every week because I literally ain't got time. I work full time and stuff, so I've just got to do what I can. So I hope it keeps people interested. Like I said, I'm going to hopefully do some making videos where I'm actually doing something. But the main thing is that I have been getting a lot of stuff prepped up. Like the rear cradle, that's had to have the rear diff adjusted 2.5 degrees, hence why I've had to weld new brackets on it. Because the engine drops 2.5 degrees, so you've got to get your prop shaft at the right angle to allow it all to run, so you don't get like massive vibrations. So with me doing the diff at 2.5 degrees, the engine's at 2.5 degrees and the gearbox, I've had to make a new centre bracket for the donut in the prop shaft. I've had to make a new gearbox mount, which I'll show you the old one. One sec. Where is it? That's the old gearbox mount. As you can see, it's not the best. It's been hammered, so you know it's been battered. So yeah, I'll take some photos of them and I'll post them up hopefully. So yeah, as you can see as you can see the engine's slightly tilting downwards, which is 2.5 degrees. So the rear diff will be facing upwards 2.5 degrees, which then allows me to get round about a 0 aligned prop shaft. It's between 1 and 3 degrees I recommend, so 0, you know, it'd be pretty much decent. So that's all done. I've still got to make the engine mount. I've still got to do bits and bobs, but I've also done a CAD intercooler to make sure it fits in. So that's all nicely set up. Pro alloy, though we're making it, clearly. So we've got that pipe lined up with that. Got the pipe there. Just mocked up out of cardboard so I can send it off. As you can see, it sits on the intercooler tray. Let me just stick the door up, you might get a better look at it. As you can see from there. See, it's all mounted. It's going to have the template on it, so I can just literally send it off straight to him. All fits perfect. So that's going to be like quite a big intercooler. The steering shaft, which has caused me nothing but bloody headaches. Getting the diff in, getting it mounted. You can just see the bearing hole there. So that shaft has been sent away. Which comes through there into that bearing and then joins up with the Corsa C steering, which is on a drop bracket. They're fully adjustable again there on the drop brackets as well. So all I've got to do is tie the bar that comes through there up to there. So I'm using another steering knuckle. I found a spline bar that's being turned down at the machine shop at the minute. So I'll just do an update on that on the next video. And then it's going to fit the Corsa B, which is like a flat section on each side. So it's going to be a round bar to flat section. The machining that down for me, so it should have another steering knuckle in there, and hopefully that's that fucking thing done, because it's caused me nothing but headache. Like I said, making it adjustable, connected to the Corsa power steering system, it's not as easy as people make out. It's not too bad, but to get the ride that you want, obviously I've had to move the bulkhead back, as you can see. I've welded that bracket onto the bottom of the bulkhead. That's all done. So yeah, just lots of little bits basically. Trying to finish them off, but you know, it's hard work, especially when you work full time. You got an 8-year-old buying at your ankles, Dad, can I play football? Which I don't mind doing. I love playing football, but yeah. So the next thing I've got to do is I've got to get that bracket made. Which runs down here to the engine mount. So that's going to be one massive bracket. The dry sump pump's going to be mounted here off it. So that's all going to need fabricating up, welding together. All these bits are going to come separate, welding together, just so I can get it all lined up properly on the proper engine. But yeah, we're not too bad. This here is going to be welded onto there, if you can see that. It's a bit hard getting the camera, sorry. That'll be welded on there, and that's going to be where the dry sump tank sits in front of the engine. So we made that. So you can fully take it off, fully TIG welded and smoothed off. So yeah, you can take this tube at the back that I'm touching now, that'll be welded to the cross member, and then that will be removable. So if we ever need to get the intercooler out or anything like that, just take it straight out. And it also clears the anti-roll bar. If you can see them brackets there, also clears that, the anti-roll bar sits underneath that. So yeah, it's all coming together in terms of what you can just see, roughly see there, the new engine mount that I made. So that's a lovely bit of thing there. It's all welded up, TIG welded up, smoothed off, nice. It was all bent like the original. You can't really see it. Let me just see if we can get a picture underneath the car. And you can just see it there. That's all nicely set up, bolted up straight away. No alignment issues, which I'm happy with. So that's it guys for this video. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll do another video and see you later. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. You know, like I said, they're all at the minute, they're all just showing you what the components of the car are. But we need to I need to start making some welding videos, like, you know, fabrication videos and stuff, which I will do. Of course, I build exhaust manifolds and stuff on the side, so that's definitely going to be one that I'm going to do. And just hopefully build the car up now. It's not far off in terms of, looks miles off, but it ain't. As I said, look. So get the rear cradle on, diff angle set. So what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to build the car up, drop the car down, get the steering sorted, and then I'm just going to strip it down again. Make sure we've got no issues. Like, I've got to do them rear links, as I've said. So I need the length of them to make sure they sit nice and square, and there's still adjustability in. I don't want them too short where I'm winding right out on the rose joints, and I don't want them too long, so you know, I can't wind them out. It's at maximum setting. So we've just got to get it perfectly right in the middle, and then yeah, turn the car over. A bit of welding to do on the underside, a bit of smoothing off of the tunnel that still needs fabricating because I've not had a chance to turn it over yet. Like I said, I've been sorting the drive shaft angles out and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, we're cracking on now. We're moving on a bit. So look out for the next video. Cheers, and we'll see you next time.